Hello there, this is Drills88, and this is my Dead Space Remake Hard Mode Restricted Run. And this is Chapter 6, Environmental Hazard Part 2. And this is the hallway that we have the second tentacle drag section on. And I was intending to use the contact beam on this, but I wanted to see if you could use the plasma cutter and achieve, just get through this part with the plasma cutter, and yeah, you can. I missed a couple of shots and I still got through it. But I'm going to see if I can actually get through this challenge run without the contact beam. Just to add another stipulation for myself to see if I can do it. Because using the contact beam feels kind of cheap to me. I don't know. I know it's not, it's kind of a broken gun, and it does burn up a lot of ammo, and the ammo is hard to come by, but still, it is still a powerful gun, and I'm going to see if I can get through this game without it. And on this part 2 right here, I've had to redo these parts so many times. This is probably the part of the game where I had to just redo all of these sections over and over again. Like, more times than anything. This is like the most challenging part of the run for me thus far. And right up here, there's a tentacle who's gonna shoot stuff at you. You can shoot him through the cracks right here. He can't hit you, but you can hit him. Now, once you freeze this electrical spindle thingy, fly up here, shoot this thing real quick, and fly over here into this corner, and be as fast as you can, because behind you, there's another tentacle thingy over there trying to shoot you. Take care of him, and there's 2 more in this room. You can shoot them through these cracks right here, and you won't be able to get. I don't think they can hit you through there, because I have not been hit. And I do a little corner shooting here. Now this next part up ahead, once you freeze this next electrical cylinder, there's going to be a leaper and a lurker up ahead. And I just try to rush past them. And the leaper is, not much of a problem, but this lurker is, man, he is the goalie right here, because I tried to run past him and open up that door, but the doors open up so slowly in this game that he hit me more times. I had to redo this section so many times because of that fucking lurker. And I didn't leave it in the video because I cut it out, but initially the leaper did follow me through the door and I killed him, but I ended up getting hurt up ahead, so I had to redo the checkpoint. And thankfully the checkpoint happened right through that door. So I was tempted to leave it in, but I decided not to, just to keep the video short. And this is another part where I kept having to restart the checkpoint, because I bring this explosive barrel with me into the middle area. And every time when you enter this room right here, 2 necromorphs are going to show up. And I always threw it at the necromorph, but I always took splash damage from the explosive. So I just left the explosive barrel there on the ground and then ran a little bit further and then shot the barrel. I mean, there was no way that I could throw the explosive and not take a hit. So that's what I had to do. And, like I said, I had to restart this checkpoint over and over again, repeatedly. Now, I'm going to give you a random story time here. So, quite recently, I had a little bit of drama with my friend online. So, I play Uncharted 4. That's the multiplayer that I play. I've been playing it for 6 years. I'm pretty damn good at the game. I don't consider myself the best player, but I am pretty damn good. And, that's to be expected after playing a game for 6 years. So, there's a buddy of mine that was on my friend list. He We played a couple of times. We play here and there. We play randomly. I'm not really close to the guy. We just play usually in a group of mutual friends. But here recently, you know, I was playing with him for like 2 weeks in a row, just me and him, and he's been playing like ass. You know, and everybody has their bad days, you know. You know, even me. But, you know, I need to explain something, is that one of my biggest pet peeves on a multiplayer game is that when I'm getting jumped by the opposing team and I'm not getting any backup from my team, and if I keep dying like that over and over again, then I get pissed off. I rage quit. Because obviously I'm not going to win the match, and my team's not going to be doing anything to help me out. And, you know, you get the occasional newbie, you know, the person who doesn't know how to play, and that's to be expected. But when I bring a friend in the lobby with me, I expect you not to play like ass. You know, if you cannot, like, play properly, I don't want you on my fucking team. And, you know, every time I die, you can look at your camera and see what your teammates are doing. And, you know, when I'm getting jumped by the other team, I see them and they're like, what are these guys doing? Like, they're on the other side of the map jerking each other off, and I'm over there getting killed. I'm trying to fight for my life. I'm getting hunted down by the other team. I've even had to run away for my life, you know, and I still die. Like, I run away from 2 people, and then there somehow seems to be a third person in the way about trying to kill me. So then I make another getaway path, and then there's a 4th opposing team member in my way, and I get pissed off. I'm trying to figure out, where's my team? And, you know, I don't expect that from, you know, one of my friends, one of my buddies on my friend list. And it just infuriates me. So, like, and that's what he was doing. He was in that category, unfortunately. So, I just had enough of it, and I left him after the match ended. I took my other friend with me, and I started another game. Then he sends me a message saying, oh, I see how it is. And usually, if somebody sends that, they're usually just playing around, but he was not. And I just simply responded, improve yourself, and then return. And he went off on the rails, sending me multiple messages like an emotional bitch. This guy acts like he just suffered the ultimate betrayal. And I'm just over here laughing about it because I just left you because you suck. It makes me wonder, like how is this guy gonna handle a breakup? You know, this guy would lose his fucking mind. It makes me even wonder if he's even touched the girl. You know? Like, I hope he doesn't play Call of Duty, because I heard in that game, if you're playing poorly, your team will vote you out of the lobby. And, you know, if that happens, if he plays that game, then, you know, he'll have a mental breakdown. Like, it's pretty pathetic. But I really wish that function was in Uncharted, because I'd be voting a lot of motherfuckers out, man. There's so many times that I would want someone to leave because they are dying like 15 times and not getting any kills. Oh man, that would be so great. But right here, we'll get back to that story here in a little bit, but I gotta talk about this. This is a brute fight. As you recall in the previous video, I dropped an explosive barrel down this floor right here. So when you step out here, a brute will show up down that hallway, and usually 2 barrels stun him, and then he'll just shoot a loogie at you. But apparently this time 2 barrels was enough to blow off one of his legs. So all you gotta do is run past him and wait for him to shoot a loogie at you and finish him off with that. I ended up using the pole. I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept the pole in here because I was probably going to end up needing it later on. And yeah, just save the poles because you're going to need them. But yeah, back to my story. I ended up having to block the guy because he kept sending me messages, he kept talking shit to me. He just acted like it was the ultimate betrayal. So I had enough, I don't want to hear it anymore. Be gone. And when you get rid of this Weezer, grab this pole and get ready. There's going to be a lurker going to spawn right here. As you can see. And then when you open this door up, there's going to be another lurker. I ended up taking a hit, so I had to restart this checkpoint. So be prepared for him. And I believe there's going to be a leaper coming up. But take this pole with you regardless. It'll one-shot kill them. Make your way over to this corner. I forget to grab the battery over there in that corner that we're facing. I'll grab it here in a second. But grab all the poles you can. Gather them up right here. I would, strongly recommend doing so. But anyways, yeah, everybody has their bad days, even me. But when I left that guy and started playing without him, I started actually winning. So it was definitely him that was the problem. And don't get me wrong, I am not the perfect player. That's even happened to me. I was playing poorly one day. I kept making the team lose. I was the reason why we lost. At least maybe 3 or 4 games in a row. And then guess what happened? I got kicked from the lobby. And they went off and played without me. And yeah, it did kind of hurt my feelings. It did hurt, but at the same time, I know I was dead weight. I was the problem. I was the reason why that we were losing. So, the problem was me, and I'm mature enough to admit it. But this guy, apparently, he did not have the maturity level yet to realize this. So I hope one day that he does. And I'm not gonna, put out any names because, I'm not gonna shame him, but, I do think he is pathetic. But at the same time, I hope that he improves himself, becomes a better player, becomes a better human being. Doesn't act like a bitch. And we press on, and we move forward, like we should. And in that room, I grabbed a key card. That's what you're gonna need. I would start getting ready for another wave of leapers right here in this corner, because when you activate this panel right over here with the gravitational thing, you're gonna get assailed by leapers again. Just like so. And I used the Stasis jar right there to hit him with it and just stomp his ass. That's what I could be doing if I could actually use the Stasis module in this game. Or in this playthrough anyways. I can use it, it's just that, not in this challenge run. And I'm gonna grab this tail. Oh, there's another leaper. Apparently there's 3 of them. And I have a little bit of a rough time here. He started chasing me around the room. And I kind of forget that I can fly now. Yeah, I barely dodge his attacks. The goop on the ground slowing me down. And I think right here is where I begin to realize how, hey, I can fly. So I try to run around the room and see if I can find something to throw at this guy. Luckily enough, I bump into a fan blade and we finish him off. I'm gonna grab his tail because up ahead, well, up there, that's where we gotta go. A lurker's gonna show up. Obviously, we're gonna use the tail to dispose of him. Like so.
Toxic hazard cleared.
And I'm trying to stay out of the gas right now. And I see if there's anything else I can throw, because I wasn't sure if another lurker shows up there or not. But I grabbed this explosive barrel. Yep, there's another one. So I try to get some distance and use the explosive barrel. You know, and be careful using those. Because if you're not far away from it, you will take a little bit of damage from the splash damage from the explosive. So, you know, I always try to use them with caution. And I'm always checking to see, you know, my med packs to see if I took a hit. Those are probably the most dangerous thing in the game. But this is the last Weezer. Now, after this guy, we're going to head back to the area that we started the chapter at, where we'll get ready to take on the Leviathan. And the Leviathan fight is not at the end of this video. I'm going to make a separate video for him.
Leviathan's metabolism is slowing.
Cross, something's up.
It must have worked. You gave it enough enzyme to dissolve a freighter. Okay, I'm unlocking food storage. Quickly get back there and space the bastard while we have the chance.
Now we make our back way into this room, and I'm always on guard when I come through here. But this is not where the danger lies. In fact, when you open this door up, there's going to be your best friend waiting for you out there. And I completely forgot about him. So this is me looking for something to throw at him. Because I'm a stickler when it comes to ammunition. Definitely don't want to waste anything. And I'm looking, oh, there you go. There's a rod right there. How convenient. And you can hear a necromorph in this room. Apparently another one spawned when I re-entered. And I'm looking for him, making sure he doesn't sneak up on me, but he doesn't. We don't have any altercations there.
Exiting zero gravity.
Now we just opened up the store, give this guy the pull. And he brings a few of his drinking buddies along with him. The Leaper, I'm going to have to... I try to conserve some ammo by throwing money at him. You know, what do I have to do? Throw a couple of dollars at you? You know? And, you know, I'm just trying to find something to throw at him, but I eventually have to end up using the plasma cutter on him. This would actually have been a good time to have the Ripper on hand, because that's what I use against these guys. Now I'm just going to speed the rest of this video up. It's just me going back, and I will see you in the next video where we take on the Leviathan, and you'll have a nice day. Goodbye.